Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out a 2028 presidential prediction between Raphael Warnock, with his running mate being Gretchen Whitmer, and Republicans choosing J.D. Vance and his running mate being Glenn Youngkin. So obviously we got to start off with the safe Democratic states: California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, D.C., Maryland, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Delaware, Connecticut, Vermont, and Maine's 1st Congressional District. After the safe Democratic states, Warnock has a total of 120 electoral votes. Let's go to the safe Republican states now: Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, 3rd District, Nebraska at large, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and West Virginia. After the safe Republican states, that gives Vance 112 electoral votes. Let's go to the likely Democratic states now. We're going to do Colorado. It's shifting to the left, but I feel like it's not going to be able to be safe in 2028 yet. Illinois is going to be likely. Chicago's shifting to the right, and obviously Chicago, it's never going to become actually favorable Republican, but what it can be is shift the Illinois entirely, because although it might just be like 4%, 5%, 7% in Chicago, but that could shift Illinois statewide by several points because of just how big Chicago is. New Jersey, I would put in likely, but it's actually the 2024 results actually almost had it lean. But New York is likely. Same thing with Illinois. It was shocking that it was likely Democrat this year. We're gonna put Maine at large in there. This is pretty lean Democrat. It's not gonna become competitive. It's not like New Hampshire or Minnesota. It's a more lean Democratic state. New Mexico, I might actually put it into lean Democrat. And that's it for the likely Democratic states. Let's go to the likely Republican states now. We're going to do Texas, Florida, South Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, Nebraska's 1st District, Alaska, and finally Maine's 2nd District. There's actually going to be one more state that I'm going to put into likely Republican. Actually, no, never mind. But Alaska, this is a really weird state. It has really weird politics. But it does favor Republicans. Texas is shifting to the left, but it was won by Trump somehow by 13 points this year. It's gonna shift to the left, but still won by likely Republican margin. Nebraska's 1st Congressional District, it's shifting left, but it's still gonna be likely. Iowa is shifting left, still gonna be likely. Ohio's shifting left, but it's Vance's home state, and it's still gonna be likely Republican. South Carolina, it was actually safe this year, but I feel like Warnock is able to pull back some of those African Americans who voted for Trump this year in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, which makes it likely. And Florida's shifting to the right, but I don't know if it's going to be safe Republican by 2028. It might be. Alright, let's go to the lean Democratic states now. We're going to do Minnesota. We're going to do Virginia. We're going to do New Jersey. We're going to do New Hampshire. We're going to do Nebraska's 2nd Congressional District, and we're going to do Georgia. I'll explain Georgia in a sec, but let's first talk about Minnesota. It's a reliably Democratic state where it could be competitive. Nebraska's 2nd, really same thing there. Virginia, I would put it in likely, except that Youngkin is Vance's running mate in this case. New Jersey, kind of like New York and Illinois, but it's a bit more right than them. New Hampshire, it's really Maine, but just a bit more Republican. Still blue. Now I want to talk about Georgia. This year, the Atlanta suburbs shifted to the left so freaking fast. And it'll definitely be around lean Democrat by 2028. It could be Republican, but this just, Warnock, he's from Georgia. It just certifies a lean Democratic Georgia in this scenario even more. Alright, let's go to the lean Republican states now. Oh, yeah, I'm also going to put New Mexico into lean Democrat. Hispanics are shifting to the right, but I don't know if Vance has the same charisma like Trump does among minorities, but New Mexico will probably be a lean Democrat as well. All right, lean Republican states. We're going to do Arizona. It was somehow likely Republican. Yeah, Trump wins over more. Sorry, Vance, he's going to keep most of the Hispanics that Trump won over, and that does help him win Arizona. I still can't get over how um Trump won Arizona by a likely margin, but Nevada is also going to be a lean Republican. And yeah, I think that's it for the lean Republican states. All right, let's go to the tilt states now. We're going to start off with Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, it was lean Republican this year. And I feel like Vance, he's from Ohio, he can relate to Western Pennsylvanians, and he is, yeah, Warnock doesn't do very good in the Rust Belt. He's a progressive, he can do well in Wisconsin, he can do well in Michigan, but not really in Pennsylvania. He does better in Michigan and Wisconsin than he does in Pennsylvania, which gives Youngkin and Vance the win here. Michigan goes to Democrat. Whitmer, Warnock's running mate in this case. Pretty popular governor in Michigan. And it was lean Republican this year. And yeah. Alright, now we're gonna have Wisconsin being tilt Democrat. It was actually the closest swing state of this election. It went to Trump, but it kind of shocked me how Wisconsin was to the left of Pennsylvania and Michigan. And I feel like Whitmer and Warnock are a good duo to win in Wisconsin. The final state, North Carolina, I will be giving by a tilt margin to J.D. Vance. I said before, Warnock will do good among African Americans and pull back some of those who voted for Trump this year. But it's just barely not going to be enough. Vance wins North Carolina by like 0.4%. And that gives Vance an extremely narrow win, 271 electoral votes to Warnock's 267. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.